Welcome back to another episode of the Canon on the Boomer Bus channel. I'm your host Terry, and today doing a review of One Night in Miami, directed by Regina King and currently on Amazon Prime. So this movie, it was one that I heard about a little bit ago. I know it was making some buzz with the film festivals, but kind of forgot about it, obviously, with all the things going on. But once I heard the premise, I immediately remembered, and it was on Prime. I went nuts. I thought it was going to be in the theaters or it was going to get pushed back, but it is available streaming right now. And so basically this is the story of a true event, inspired by a true event. But I guess the situation is true. So Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Jim Brown, and Sam Cooke were all in Miami the night that Muhammad Ali, at the time Cassius Clay, won the heavyweight championship of the world in boxing. And so that much is confirmed. They were together. What happened, that's more of the speculation, and that is a fictional part of the story, at least as we know. And so this comes from a stage play, actually. So this stage play has been told, and it is very much like Fences. If you watch Fences with Denzel Washington, Viola Davis, where from what it sounds like, they really just took it straight from the stage and put it in a movie. And so that's fine with me. I didn't see Fences before. I didn't see One Night in Miami before. I probably would have never saw them if they didn't become movies. So I'm glad the story gets to be told. But anyway, I really, really enjoyed this movie. It hits some parts that I really like. I like the kind of, it wasn't one location, but it was a very intimate setting, at least once the movie starts going. Now, I'll say the first half of the movie is pretty much like any movie. There's a lot of setup. We're kind of seeing different parts from each person. But when they get together and they finally are in the hotel, then it becomes this really intimate setting where it's just a conversation. I like those movies because you got to depend on the dialogue with that and the performances. You know, it's not a whole lot of action going on. It's not a whole lot of settings. It's not a whole lot of all these things. It's just people acting. And I like those type of movies. And then obviously you have these iconic figures together, and you having conversations that are needed and poignant right now, as they were at the time and still ring true today. And I don't care if it's about the struggle of the African Americans in this country and the black people. If a movie is relevant to social issues at any point in a nice way, or I shouldn't say nice, in a well done way, then I'm always going to be for that. So you mixed a lot of things that I really enjoyed. Like this fictional, I mean, again, it happened, but this fictional idea, like, man, what if these four got together and talked about the issues? What would that look like? Like, to me as a writer, that seems like a dream. I mean, even, you know, when they talk about what if Martin Luther King was alive today and all these things. So to me, I like a cool little alternative history, but with some realism to it, and, you know, just a real good, you know, directed movie. So for me, it hit all the buttons. I will say some of the things that stood out to me is that there isn't one real message. And maybe that's a good part for a lot of people, because basically this is about people going about the struggle and the fight for black empowerment and everything in four different ways, four different arenas, and the philosophical differences between them and what that should look like. And still, while arguing, still respecting each other enough to understand that they'll be different. And so that was the cool part to see. And that was the cool part that intrigued me. Like, okay, it wasn't like a devised plan. Like, okay, you go in the music industry, do this. You in the movies and do this. You in the NFL, you do this. Like, it wasn't that. It was more just talking about what they have going on, what their thoughts are as men, and you know, everybody giving their opinion and hashing it out. And it's nice not only because, again, these are concepts that still ring true today, but it's nice because you got to see people have a debate, a conversation, have differences, and not completely shut each other out. Don't talk to me because you don't think this. Don't talk to me because you don't think this. Delete because you think, like, this ain't online. This ain't, this is right in your face. This is what I feel. I think that you have to have some type of humanity, compassion, which people obviously don't have to have when they're online. So it was nice to see that play out. It reminds us all of better times, but not necessarily, but kind of. And so it was just overall a really effective movie. It was an entertaining movie. There was jokes more so than I thought it would be. Like, to see them having Jim Brown and all these people act like that and really let their hair down. Like, we're watching this movie, but they're behind closed doors. It's just them, and they're saying things that obviously you wouldn't think about them saying to the cameras. And so it was just nice, man. It hit me real deeply. But overall, as far as just, you know, how the movie was made and what it did, it was very solid. And I think this was the debut for Regina King on the big screen, quote unquote. But she did a really good job directing. And yeah, again, it's not a lot of fluff to the movie. It's kind of straight to the point, and you just really live in the moment with these two this one night. But yeah, I thought all the performances was great, and I had a good time. So I'm gonna give One Night in Miami a B+, and I definitely think y'all should check it out. I'm probably gonna watch it again. Yeah. So anyway, go down comment section. Let me know what you think. Share around, get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe, and remember, if you heard it here, it's official canon.